All right, we are live. We're live. Okay, so there's obviously a lot I want to talk about. I'll wait for you guys to jump in first. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear, and if so, then we shall begin. All right. Hello, Adele. Always first. Welcome, Adele. Can you hear me, Adele? Or do I sound perfect? Do I sound all right? I am in so much pain right now. Okay, so first off, I was on vacation for quite a while. I took a few days off. Didn't really, just needed a few days, did my thing. And then my back is now broken again, which is not fun. For those of you that don't know, I have a herniated disc, which absolutely kills. Because I was on the train for so long, I guess it slipped again or whatever, herniated, whatever you want to call it. So I'm in extreme pain right now, but I want to do this live session because I know that it's been a while since we've done one, as well as the market updates, of course. There's a lot going on right now, so I just want to quickly point that out. So let's start off with Bitcoin. Now, over the weekend on Bitcoin, we broke above the 68.8 region. I mentioned to you guys that if that level is broken, what we want to pay attention to is, of course, the exponential moving average retest, or, of course, a wick long break of this region right here. If that level ends up breaking, you want to enter a long position. We saw a massive rally opportunity on Bitcoin as of right now. And, of course, we're trading now above the 71.4 region. This actually looks extremely good for Bitcoin. We also have this W formation, but I'll get into that later. But right now on Bitcoin, things are looking extremely good. The only concern for me, of course, is the fact that on Wednesday, we have inflation. We have our rates coming in once again. And you guys already know when you have Fed rates or anything like that, the market tends to be extremely volatile. So what is the best course of action as of right now? Well, for those of you that did end up taking the long positions, which I did send over on the weekend, and you're still in those positions, or of course looking for some re-entries, you want to pay attention to the exponential moving averages for those re-entries. That's pretty much the worst case scenario, and what I mean by that is you don't necessarily want to enter here on support, even though we are on support. And the reason why is because the worst case scenario is still a flush opportunity towards the downside. If you enter down here, then you're not really worried about a flush lower than that point, because that would just be an invalidation zone, if that makes sense. So what you're looking for right now specifically is, even on Ethereum, you can see that we have the same W formation looking to play out. Now, this is quite interesting to me. You can see on Bitcoin, we've actually broke above the resistance at 71.4, right? We played the same W formation, same idea here, right? W formation. We broke above that resistance, but on Ethereum, we're actually lagging. And for those of you that remember from 3683, that is the main zone that we have to pay attention to for an invalidation. Now, we entered these shorts on scenario A. We played scenario A extremely well. Of course, we didn't see a breakdown structure of 2800, but everything depended on this wick low right here at 3000. We didn't see that wick low play out just yet. But of course, you can see that if we look at Ethereum as of right now, what are these candles that are being formed? These are manipulation candles, as well as the fact that we have Fed coming up this week. So that's why I'm being a little bit more cautious. But what I'm looking for on Ethereum is if we end up seeing a break structure of 3683, you can go for that long position into 3800 region. That would pretty much be the first zone of take profit. Anything above that level, then we would look for something like this into the $4,000 range. So everything right now is going to depend on 3683. Same sort of concept though. If we end up seeing a wick break to the highs, then take the long position. Otherwise, wait for the exponential moving averages. Last night, we did see the EMAs being retested. I told you guys that if we do see the break above and the retest and enter that long, I'm assuming some of you guys missed that trade setup, which is fine. Like I said, you don't have to catch every single trade, but now the same sort of setup again would be a break structure of above 3683 followed by a pullback, and then you take the long position once again. Now, speaking about Doge, I will make a Doge update. I know it's been a little bit, but you can see that 0.168 when I made the last Doge video, that was the main course that we wanted to pay attention to. I said that if Doge ends up holding above that region and we end up seeing a break above the exponential moving averages averages followed by a retest as support, that's going to be the confirmation you want to look for a long position, which was right here. As well as on the weekend, I told you guys, if 0.188 is broken, if that level structure ends up breaking, take the long position. And the reason why I told you guys to do this was because, number one, if you look on Doge, we had a mini W formation looking to play out. As well as you guys know, the wick highs right here, there was quite a bit of midterm resistance at this zone. What that means is there was a ton of people that were shorting this range, right? People were shorting into this range towards the downside, retested, they re-entered those shorts once again. But if you notice, now again, this is something I've taught you guys. So you see one test here, second test. On the third test, we tend to see a breakout structure, as well as the fact that we were using the exponential moving averages as support, and then we saw a very nice move set overall. Right now, Doge is actually in a V-shaped formation, so I would actually be looking for buying opportunities, right? So if you missed the buying opportunities down here, I would be looking for buying opportunities somewhere within this range. You guys already knew the fact that this was going to be the main last support from a bullish case scenario, any break structure of 0.168, and then we were going to head into that formation towards the downside. Now, again, if you guys are conservative, you guys want to play it safe, you guys want to do whatever, then all you really need to do is you can wait until the Fed meeting, right? So you don't want to get sideswiped necessarily. Wait for Fed meeting and then look for your positions or your longs. But for those of you that are a little bit more aggressive and you want to enter these trades, then by all means you may, right? These are just options, like I said, I have for you guys. I just give you guys both case scenarios. Me personally, I'm probably going to wait for Fed meeting because I have seen, you know, when if they were to increase interest rates, and again, nobody knows if they are or not, then we could see a sideswipe here on Bitcoin and of course crypto in general. And that's what I'm a little bit cautious about right now, given the fact that we were just inching towards all-time high. But the good news is, of course, if the news is of course neutral, or even, you know, they tend to lower rates, then, you know, we're going to see a massive rally on Bitcoin. So it's a 50-50 decision. That's up to you guys to decide what you want to go about it. But right now, I've told you guys how to trade Fed weeks as well. Monday, like as of right now, you want to be looking for trading opportunities. Tuesday, you're done. Like tomorrow, you're not trading anything at all. There's no reason for you guys to be trading tomorrow because, of course, with Fed meeting, you don't necessarily want to get sideswiped into Asia hours and then later into the morning of the actual news event anyways, right? So that's why a lot of traders, like what that happens is a lot of traders, they enter a position and they say, okay, I'm going to hold this, and then they end up holding it into Fed, and then what happens is, boom, it sideswipes and then it goes back up, something like this, right? And then that is frustrating, of course, right? Because you've been holding for days, not sleeping, whatever, and then you end up getting sideswiped like that. It hits your stop loss and then it takes your profit. That's why I tell you guys, like, usually when it's Fed week, we don't necessarily see a lot of action on Mondays. It just kind of goes sideways leading into the Fed, and then we can start pushing higher, right? That's usually what I see. But given the circumstance right now, we have quite a few trading opportunities, but everything depends on those supports that I told you guys, right? So it's Ollie the next wave. That's funny. Could you cover Doge? So I did. I bought a 49-inch screen like yours from the money you helped me make. Now I have full screen. You're live. That's funny. I gotta figure out this live stream, like how big it is. I really do. I need a smaller monitor. So Raven is good to go back in. That's a great question. Let's have a look at Raven real quick. I haven't looked at trades because I've been so busy, but yeah, no, okay, look how perfect, guys. Look how perfect that was, right? So Raven, we ended up shorting, or even telling you guys rather, to wait until the 0.38 level is hit. Now that level is hit, yes, Raven is one of those coins that you want to pay attention to look for that long position, or at least even from a spot perspective, look for that buying opportunity. 0.038 was a major zone, and now, of course, as a resistance aspect, now it has confirmed to be a support. How do we know it's a support confirmation? Well, number one, we have multiple retest opportunities of 0.038. Number two, it broke above the exponential moving averages. Number three, it retested them as support as well. That's exactly what you want to see from Raven in general. And then, of course, the biggest confirmation is the daily. And the daily, you can see we bounced off the 20 EMA perfectly. So these are all things that you want to pay attention to when you're looking for spot positions for long term. And right now, Raven is playing all of them perfectly. So yes, Raven is a buying opportunity right now for those who think. How does the eclipse affect the market? Honestly, man, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, everyone's freaking out about this eclipse, and, you know, conspiracy theories, and, you know, fish are doing this and that, and I don't necessarily care about too much about it. I mean, I'm curious to see what happens. Not with the markets in general. I'm just saying in general, like with the conspiracy theorists, you know, like the world's gonna end and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I'm chilling, I'm vibing. Are you guys doing anything for Eclipse? Like, are you guys gonna go look at it? I never really do. I never really care for it too much. So, let's see. Days, months, years, this has happened to me. Powerful but painful lesson. That's why I treat sage guidance off as the taller treats a T. Yes, I guess. I will pretend like I know what that was. Yeah, Cardano as well. Cardano actually looks like a nice trade setup too. We can see that we ended up holding above 0.58, using that level as support. We do have a very nice V-shaped formation looking to play out. Your take profit would be somewhere up here at 0.65. So yeah, Cardano is another trade setup for you guys right now if you guys want to look into that. But of course, same thing. Wait for the flush of the EMAs, or of course, just enter and be extremely aggressive on the wick high break, which is looking to play right now at 0.612. So there's that trade setup for you guys too. But yeah, it's been a while. Didn't long this. That's fine, Nicola. You can always catch the other one. What is the next immediate support zone for Doge and buying opportunities? Your screen is a little blurry, so I'll zoom in for you. But on Doge, so the next buying opportunity on Doge would be currently right in terms of the exponential moving averages. It would be either 0.193, which would be the main level you want to pay attention to, but you can see that was already missed out. Then pretty much the exponential moving averages, because Doge is going to end up playing this V-shaped formation. Given how Bitcoin and Ethereum are rallying right now, the altcoins are looking to catch up, and it looks like we've started our slow ladder case towards the upside. So yeah, 0.21, rather right here into 0.21. If we end up breaking 0.21, you guys already know that is the last remaining resistance from any sort of perspective into the 0.3, 0.4 region. So that's what you want to pay attention to as of right now. So yeah, like anything in that region right now is a bullish confirmation. Anything in rather here, and then you just, like I said, you want to either wait and exit at 0.21 and see how it plays out, or of course if we end up seeing that structure break, then you're chilling. So yeah, buying the Eclipse token. There's so many tokens. Yeah, it's a good time for spotting Doge or any coins in general. Yeah, so I talked about Raven. Oh, Raven's a good coin. Sorry guys, I have to get up, my back's killing me. Raven's a good coin right now from a spot perspective, because it retested the support zone as well. Doge is a decent coin right now for spot perspective, but again, it depends on your risk to reward as well, right? So what I mean by that is, for example, with with Doge, you know, if you're buying a 0.19 or 0.2 to sell a 0.21, like, is that really worth it? From a leverage perspective, sure, but from a spot position, you know, that's what I tell you guys all the time. Like, you know, people are like, oh, I bought Doge at 0.21, it's over for me, I'm losing so much money, and I'm like, long term, if you bought a 0.21 versus 0.19, does it really matter? Like that 2-cent difference long term, does it really matter? No, it does not. And that's why I tell you guys that your spot positions, you want to hold your spot positions and let them play out. Just because I'm saying, for example, I say, like, you know, we at 0.17, I talked about 0.11 or 0.124, and I said, you know, we're looking bearish. Everyone assumed that I have to close my position immediately and then rebuy it later when it's, and some of you did, and it worked out great, but these charts and updates are mostly for leverage, right? If you're leveraging, and of course for a swing trader, for someone who is in a spot position that wants to take their profits at a lot higher. But from this perspective, you don't necessarily want to just be day trading your spot positions. It's extremely dangerous. You know what I mean? Let's see. Please use a cushion for your sit, Pingu. Yeah, man, I have a cushion on my chair and it's still killing me. Like, it's just, I think it's just because of the train ride, because of how long it was, and like I was sitting in that chair and I was cranky, I was tired, I didn't sleep for the past few days either, so I think everything is adding on, and of course, you know, it's not really helping the back situation either. So it's it is what it is. But how do you feel if like 4-hour candle starts without low wick? Well, I mean, you don't want to look too much into candlesticks, right, Nicola? Like, it's just the reason why I tell you about candlesticks with no wicks is once the candlestick closes. If a candle starts with no wick, it's going to start with no wick, right? Like, it just, the candle opens like this. The candle always opens like this. It's going to have no wick. Then it goes like this, and then it goes back up. So something like that. Don't look into that, man. Don't overcount your trade, right? You don't want to do too much in terms of that. Just focus on, like I said, what the charts are telling you. And right now, pretty much everything is saying that it's going to be heading into major resistance zones. Ethereum looks good. See, like when we first started the live session, it was right here. Ethereum Very nice scalping opportunity, actually, for those of you that want to take a scalp on Ethereum. Same thing. Into 3683, it's going to act as a magnet. You want to be extremely aggressive, just in and out of this trade. Hit that level, take profit, exit the trade. You don't want to wait for the break structure, right? Because again, you can see that we got pretty close sometimes. But these sort of trading opportunities always present themselves. So if you see something like this, where you see a trade, doesn't have to be Ethereum necessarily, but you see a trade set up like this, you know a major resistance point is about to hit, like something like this is about to happen, then you end up looking for that trade setup, like just for that wick perspective, right? So you want to enter that long position immediately, enter, and then exit on that long as well on resistance. It's just a quick scalp. You know it's going to hit anyways, so you can just trade like that. Of course, sometimes it is dangerous, right? Sometimes you see a wick position like this where the market structure ends up getting close to it and then immediately rejects. But that's why I tell you guys, be aggressive, right? So you want to be aggressive with your scalps. Again, these are just trading opportunities. Is there any hope for XRP? I have no hopes for XRP. I'm sure there's other moon boys out there that would have hopes for XRP, calling for $500, $800. Like XRP, man, like it's just a waste of time. Like there's better trading you can go buy meme coins at this point, better trading opportunities than XRP. XRP has been a long consolidation zone. I don't know. I personally don't like it. I don't think it's going to do extremely well long term anyways. And I know there's people out there that want it to do well, but unfortunately from the last bull run, it showed its hand when Bitcoin hit 68K and XRP did nothing. It pretty much just chilled, stable, just vibing out, right? So that's why I tell you guys to be a little cautious. So yeah. Let's see. My capital is divided between spot and leverage. That's fine. Do you know any apps for demo trading crypto and stocks? I believe Fairdesk has. If you go on Fairdesk, there is demo trading on there as well. They have simulated trading, so you can go practice on there, which I would highly recommend if you are new to leverage. So you want to do simulation. Not for too long, though. Maybe practice it for like a month or two and then continue on like that. But yeah, you can definitely do it like that too. Filecoin, yes, we can talk about Filecoin. So same, nothing, literally nothing changed. I don't want to talk too much about this because I told you guys last time, like we have our alert set up still. So until that alert is hit, there's nothing that's going to change. There's no trading updates. There's nothing like that. We're just going to continue running it as we are running it. Make sense? Everyone on the same page there? But yeah, ICP, can talk about ICP real quick, of course. ICP. I have it somewhere. I know I do. There we go. Yeah, so ICP, same sort of idea right now. We're still in the consolidation zone. I told you guys, like, there's really nothing that's changing here. I personally don't want to trade this chop. Like last time I told you, I'm not interested in this price action unless, of course, 1607 is hit. Then I would take a long position. Or, of course, the wick high is broken up here at 2094. I would take that long position. Otherwise, I'm not trading this. Like, this is just sideways action, and you want to be very, very careful trading sideways action because more times than not, you'll end up getting stuck in a position, and then you're just riding it like this. So, you know, it's better not to do that. SHIB hasn't moved much. I feel like it's going to make a huge move soon to catch up. SHIB, I think, I mean, yeah, SHIB, consolidation-wise, sure. Like, same thing, like Filecoin. SHIB's nothing interesting right now. We need to actually break our, we need to break the 29 region. So this level needs to break and hold as support. Then we can start talking about a massive breakout. But otherwise, we're just, I fear we're just going to do this, continue doing that. There's no point. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So there's that. And then let me see the chat real quick. Where do you think Bitcoin is going to go? So with Bitcoin, like I mentioned this morning, when we stream started, like I said, everything depends on this Fed rate right now. I'm not like heavily looking into Bitcoin too much, but any break above price discovery and like you can, you know, people throw out ranges like 100K, 150K. Like I personally, I trade as it goes, like, and it works extremely well like that. And the reason why is because you don't necessarily want to get stuck up on a number or start thinking of a number in your head. And the why is because, let's say, for example, like the last previous bull run in 2021, people were all saying 100K and I'll sell everything, 100K, I'll sell everything. You can see that Bitcoin, you know, got to the highs of 68 and then it nuked. It never got to 100K. So all those people that kept saying, okay, 20K more, 25K more, I'll make it all back, whatever, they all ended up getting wrecked. Same thing right now, right? Like we're in regions of 71K. You know, people are going to think like, okay, this time 100K, 110K, 120K, and then it doesn't have to happen. That's like the worst thing. So that's why I tell you guys, like, you're better off just looking at what the chart is telling you in the 4-hour time frame and then trading it as it continues rushing towards the upside. So your best case scenario. Alun, I don't do meme coins, sorry. So basically, if interest news is positive neutral, we'll be out of danger zone and break. Yes, exactly. So everything's going to be dependent on the news as well. That is correct, yes. So yeah, all right. I think that's it though. That's really all I had, to be honest. I'm just in like extreme pain right now to be sitting here, so I don't really. Do you guys have any other questions, or are we good? Like, my back was perfect. My back was chilling. I used to be able to sit here for like hours, but now it's like pinching again, and it's painful, and I just don't want to. I don't want to sit here for too long because then it starts to kill more. So, 1 to 5 meeting is on Wednesday. Is 1314 still possible for Doge if we receive bad news for? Yes, it is, Flynn. It should Wednesday. It's on Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, Wednesday, April 10th. They usually do Feds on Wednesdays. They don't do them on Tuesdays. It's usually everything Fed related is always going to be on Wednesdays. It's just how they do it for some reason. I don't know. Don't ask me why they do it like that, but they do it like that. Yeah. You guys all gonna go look at the sun now? Is that everyone's plan? Yeah, of course, guys. Of course. I know. I apologize for being MIA this weekend. I was just chilling. Can you show us a trick to or set up go long scalp? There's no trick to really long scalps. It's just being aggressive. Like right now on Ethereum, if I'm looking at the chart like this, I know that 3683 is going to be acting as a magnet. And the reason why is you can see that, there's so many wick opportunities that kind of give it away. So what I would do in this sort of situation is, number one, I could see Bitcoin broke above its major resistance and Ethereum's lagging. So I would just take a long scalp position into 3683 and then just exit. That's literally, I think the hard part for a lot of people is just clicking long. I think a lot of people struggle with that. Just click long, literally just click long. Place your stop below this level right here, below the wick low, and just go long. Like you don't have to think too much into it. You know that this level is going to hit, and if the trade plays out, it's going to play out. So just hit that long button, and once it enters and exits, and just take your profits. You don't have to think too hard on it. For those of you that are conservative, of course, you want to wait for the EMAs. But for those of you that are looking for scalps, like these kind of trading opportunities happen quite a bit. So just in and out trades, like I said, and you're good to go. Can you show us? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I hope that. Are you in Asian time? I'm in Eastern time. Eclipse party. I hate bus train rides. It kills me. Yeah, dude. Like I don't know. This train ride and bus rides, everything. It's just killing me right now. It's not fun. That's for sure. It is not fun. So, all right, that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna go. So the long is on Fair Desk. Oh yeah, sorry. So long and short. When I say long and short, it's leverage trading. If you click on the pinned message in Telegram twice, there's a video guide, and then you'll see what I'm saying. But yeah, long and short just means like leverage perspective. Everything else, spot position is different. Spot position is your buying and holding. What about for short to use EMA and resistance? Just left, there's videos out there. Like if you type in Pingu charts indicators, I explain the whole setup. But I will, yeah, like I'll explain it in Telegram again. I'll find the video where I explained it. But yeah, we'll talk. Fourth is moving towards 3683 now on ETH. Yeah, like I said, this is a free long position into 3683. So 3660. So what? You guys should be in profits if you guys took this. But this is like the interesting part, right? You just want to scalp. You just want to be look. If we can watch it real quick. I mean, I gotta stand up. I'm gonna break my back. Okay, I'm up. Yeah, we can watch it real quick just for education purposes. But damn, I'm getting old, man. Yeah, so you just want to, like I said, you're just in a long position, you're riding into 3683, in and out of the position, and then that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Like I said, just be aggressive, right? Like, if you're up 3 or 5% right now, lock it in. There's no reason to hold the position for too long. Some of you guys can, but you have to also remember the worst case scenario. Like, this can reverse like the previous candle extremely fast. So is it worth the risk to reward for you? Like if you're up, 5-6%, are you happy with 5-6% that you made in like 5 minutes of me talking? Then yeah, lock it in, right? And that's pretty much all it comes down to. That's what scalping is. You want to be in and out of the market. You know that level is going to be in favor. You take the long position, you exit the long position. That's it. No, Flynn. Yeah, I try to make it as detailed as I can, and I also try to. I feel like if you're new to the Telegram, it might be a little confusing, but for people that have been in the Telegram for like maybe like I give it like a 2-week period. If you're in the Telegram channel for 2 weeks, you'll understand what I'm saying immediately. But for someone that's brand new, they're not gonna see it. And like I said, I let it be like that. Like usually what I notice is like, you know, if someone doesn't understand, they just DM me and ask. But that's literally all it is. So yeah. I will exit at 36.80. Yeah, Michael, you can write it. Like I said, it's up to you. I gave the trade. You are in profit, so my job's done from a scale perspective. It is totally up to you if you want to ride it all the way towards the upside. But yeah, like that's just how it is, right? So I hope you guys learned something in terms of scalping while we were talking here, so you guys can see like basically 36.83 is a major resistance. It's going to act as a magnet. So the level structure shouldn't reject from, like, it shouldn't just drop from here. It has sometimes, right? You get pretty close and then it rejects, but you have the favor of the fact that it's going to be pushing into that major resistance, and then you'll see a rejection if you are going to see a rejection. But that's what I tell you guys all the time, or I try to teach you guys, is if you're trading, if you're someone that wants to, like, you know, look for these long positions and whatever, then you want to trade with what you know. And what you know is the fact that 36.83 is a major resistance, right? So you know the fact that the market is going to push into that resistance, and then you can lock in those profits. But for someone that's shorting right now, right? Someone that's, oh, no, I'm going to short here. This looks overbought, looks yada, yada, yada. You're going against the trend. You're pushing into volume. You're going to end up getting wrecked. And that's why I tell you guys, like, wait until the level is tested, get a confirmation, and then enter. If you enter prematurely, you're going to end up getting absolutely destroyed, right? So, again, please be aggressive with your profits, but at the same time, understand how to enter and exit, right? You want to be careful. So, let's see. You don't, Mad Marlone. If you hit the target and come back down to midterm support, how do you know? That's why you don't know, right? That's why I tell you guys, there's two ways of trading. There's a conservative trader that waits for the exponential moving averages to be tested and then he enters the long position. And there's the aggressive trader that will enter here and wait for the resistance and then exit extremely fast. You can choose what type of trader you are. You can be both types of traders. I've been both types of traders. It's just totally up to you how you want to play it. What is my advice? If I long with Doge, my liquidation is 0.05 and leave it long term 0.30. That's fine. I don't think Doge is ever going to hit 0.05 unless like a huge bear market happens. So you have a lot of time to think about it for sure. So you should be okay for that. Could you comment on different levels of leverage? You should only be doing 10x leverage max. Like, there's no different levels of leverage. You should only be doing 10x leverage max. Swing positions is like 3 or 5x. But like, again, 10x should be, that's it. There should be no 20x, 30x, 40x. That stuff doesn't exist other than Liquidation Thursdays. But you guys, like, the point of Liquidation Thursdays is to show you guys what high leverage does, like how quickly you can get wrecked. And that's why, that's why I do it. Every Thursday is a fun thing we do, but there should be no reason why you guys are doing more than 10x leverage, right? There really isn't. Mostly in these current market conditions, there's no reason. If I want to send USDT into Fairdesk, what's the cheapest as far as chain type? ERC20, TRC20, and BSC. It's probably going to be TRC20, to be honest, or BSC. You can use either or. But yeah, that's probably your best bet, is to use one of those chains. So yeah, it should be okay with that. All right, guys, that's it. 27 minutes. I know it's an early stream, but my back is hurting. I want to go lay down. I need to rest a little bit, and then I need to make Doge for you guys. But yeah, we'll talk after. I'll give you guys a little updates in terms of charts. But I just wanted to quickly, make this fit. And then again, it is recorded, so if you need to go back, you can go back and figure out what you need to learn, and then go from there. But I will talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go lay down and just chill for a bit. My head's pounding. My back's killing me. I'm just not in the mood right now. But yeah, okay. All right. Thanks for coming. I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow or Wednesday for another live stream for our Fed meeting. All right. Peace out. Bye-bye.